Now let's go into the links panel. So if you don't see the links panel on your panel dock, go under Window and locate links. I am actually going to detach this panel, put the rest away, so you can have a better view of this. So the links panel is a very important panel if you are dealing with graphics. So it's sort of that command central for managing the links to these placed graphics, and it will list all of the graphic files that are placed in your document. So number one, we see a thumbnail, and if the thumbnail is very, very small, you can go to your options menu to panel options and you can change the row size. I happen to have mine on the largest row so you can see it a little bit better. Some people prefer to have it regular or even small. One other thing that's here, since I have this open, we can see what information to show in the link info. So this is the area down here at the bottom of the information for a specific graphic. So if we choose to look at them all, or we can uncheck some of these items as well. So we see the thumbnail, we see the listing, lists all the text and graphic files that may be placed in here. I see a page number, so I know what page this graphic is on. And then I also can find some options under the menu here. I can get some link options, and those are options for doing potentially some sorting, some searching, some things like that. So I can search for page number or alphabetically. Now if I double click on, well, if I do a single click, I see my link information. So that allows me to look at it. Now if you don't have, you can see what happened when I double clicked. It opened up that bottom portion of the links panel. So if you don't have that visible already, you will have to double click. So this displays my link info, and I see my name of my file, the page number, the file size, the color space, the resolution, the dimensions, the date it was last modified. So there's a lot of information here, as well as the file type, the format. So this is all really important information for your graphic. If I go to the icons here, we do have some options. One is a relink button. If I relink it, all of the formatting that I've done out here will remain maintained. It just relinks the picture. Go to link icon. The go to link icon will go to the page where this is placed or located, and it will automatically select the frame. I also can update the link, and so this will allow me, of course, to update a link. And then the last icon being edit original button, and this would select the selected graphic would open in the original application, which in many cases will be Photoshop. So if I were to place text, by default text is not linked to the original file. So if I import text, let's just click this frame, do a file, and do a place, and let's select a text document. Most times you're going to take it from a Word document or some sort of word processing application. So when I click open here, it places my text, and you'll notice my text is not part of my links panel. Text does not by default appear in that links panel. And this is sort of to safeguard, because if I did change this, which I can overwrite the default, and so I link the text. If I do that, what will happen is that the files will be linked, and so any changes that I do in InDesign might affect the original, or what I do in the original will affect what's in InDesign. And it just is a much better practice to not have those linked, because then you may or may not lose some formatting that you've done. I do have some warnings visible here in my links panel right now. We have different types of warnings. We have a missing links and we have a modified links. So when we don't see an icon, that's called the OK status. So this one is OK, and you can see I get the OK tooltip to pop up. When you see a question mark in a red circle, it's a white question mark in a red circle, this is my missing icon. So this means that my linked file is missing. Most of the time what has happened is it's just been relocated to a different file or folder. If I were to see a black exclamation point in a yellow triangle, this is the modified link. This would mean that I opened this picture, brought it into Photoshop, did some editing, resaved it. Then it has been modified, and you may or may not want to update that. So to update these, it's fairly simple. For my modified, if I have a modified, remember that would be the black exclamation point in a yellow triangle, I would just click on the file name in the links panel here, and I would click the update button, and that would allow me to update it. Now this one is missing, so it has lost its path. It doesn't know where the original is at. So I need to click on this, again, file name in my links, and I'm going to choose to relink. When I choose to relink, it will open up and allow me to navigate to where I believe this is saved. So in this case, I know it's in this folder, and here it is. It's in extras. It got moved to a separate folder. So by clicking open, it'll relink it, and now I get my OK status. So it's fairly easy to do that. The last piece of very, very important information is to embed your graphics. So right now, these are linked, meaning they are not housed in InDesign. If I were to embed these, the file would become part of my InDesign document. So that helps in times when I would send this file to another person. If I'm sending it with one of my peers, to the client, to the printer, I have to remember to package all of my graphics to send with. Now if I embed them, they become part of this InDesign document. It will increase the file size of my InDesign document, and it might do it pretty significantly. However, I can be rest assured that these graphics will be part of this InDesign document. So it's kind of best practice to do so. Easy method. In the options menu here of my links panel, I just navigate down to Embed Link. And when I embed it, a new icon appears here indicating that this no longer is linking out to that folder where this graphic lives. It now has become part of my InDesign document. So that's how you would embed the graphics.